welcome to a week in my life with dogs. I'm currently on my way home. I work nights in a nursing home, so I go in at 11 o'clock at night and I get done at 7 o'clock in the morning. It is Monday. It is about 8 after 7, so I'm on my way home. And when I get home, I will take the dogs out, I will feed them, and then I go to bed and I sleep a few hours in the morning. Usually get up no later than like 1 o'clock, and then I start my day. So I will catch up with you after I get home. So I just had a change in plans. I just seen the little gas light come on my car. So I'm gonna head over to Calais in Maine and get some gas before I go home. I do this a lot in the morning before I go home because it's less busy. I also, if I need groceries in the morning, I will stop after I'm done work for the same reason, because it's not as busy. So I'm going to now go to the gas station instead of going right home. Now, getting gas in Calais is a very popular thing. So it's pumped in American, the price is on the pump, but they put these charts up here so you know how much you're putting in Canadian. So I want to put $40 in, so I go up to here and I see $40, and on the pump it would be $29.60. So I know when I get to $29.60 on the pump, then that equals $40 Canadian. Now, because it's so popular for Canadians to come over here and get gas, the biggest reason is, as you can see up there, is the price. So they have it listed in American gallons and in Canadian for liters. So that bottom price, which is $1.03, is the price in Canadian per liter. Now, over in the Canadian side, I think it's like $1.60 something. I'm not positive on that, but there's about a 60 cents difference per liter in Canadian. So when you come over here, you actually bring Canadian money, because if you put it on your debit card or you put it on your credit card, you're going to pay the bank's exchange rate. And these gas stations, because they get such a large amount of customers from the Canadian side, they post in Canadian funds what the price is for gas. So I got home and Dan had Hank and Darla already out because I was a little later getting home. So as you can hear, I'm gonna get Gus and the other dogs and take them out for a pee. Good morning, Gus. Good morning. Good morning, Cindy Lou. Good morning. Good morning, Savannah and Martha. Ready to go out to pee? Good morning, everybody. There's Hank, Darla, Gus. Hi. Hi. So usually when I bring them out to pee, we kind of walk up the driveway a little bit. And then we'll stay out for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes maybe. And then we'll go in and get some breakfast. Come on, let's go get breakfast. And here they all come, except for Savannah. And Savannah is back there. Come on, good girl, Savannah. So I've got the dog food all separated and divided up. Darla eats a Nook Shook. She eats 1.5 cups in the morning and in the evening. And Gus eats from Puppy. And Cindy and Prim eat from Weight Management. They're both a little on the heavy side, so they get that. I do also feed raw to Hank and Savannah and Martha May. But in my kibble that I give to the dogs that eat kibble, they also get raw, and I put it in a cup. I add a little bit of hot water and make it kind of soupy for them, and then add it to their food and mix it up. So here's Gus. And then I will do Darla's up. Ready, Darla? Now for Savannah and Hank and Martha May, I measure theirs out and then I break it up because Martha May doesn't have any teeth. This is hers. Hers is the smallest. And I just find it's easier for Hank and Savannah to eat it if I break it all up for them. I do wear gloves for this because it kind of grosses me out. It's slimy. But I break it up into small pieces and it makes it easier for them to eat it. So all the dogs are fed now. Darla didn't eat all of hers. She ate the majority of it. But because Dan is outside, she's at the door crying and she wants to go out with Dan. So she ate most of it. I picked it up, put it aside, and she'll have the rest with her supper tonight. But now I'm going to go let her out so that she can go hang out with Dan. Want to go outside, Darla? Darla, want to go outside? Huh? Okay. There you go. So everybody's fed. I'm in my pajamas. Everybody's been put away where they're supposed to be. And now I'm going to bed. So I will see you in a few hours. Good morning or afternoon. It is about 10 to 2. I just woke up. So now I am going to take the dogs out. Okay, ready to go out? There, guys. Feel better? Hi, Cindy. Now, my plan for tonight for supper was to cook chicken in the crock pot. I have leftover potato scallop and then cook a vegetable with it. So because it is now 2 o'clock, I am going to throw the chicken in the crock pot. I'm going to put it on high and start cooking it for supper tonight. When I cook my chicken in the crock pot, I always try to cook with some kind of sauce or glaze on it. Lots of time I use maple syrup because that's what we have an abundance of. But today I am going to use just a little bit of barbecue sauce. Now, I am not going to eat this. Tony and Dan will, and Tony's not a big fan of sauces, so I don't use a whole lot of barbecue sauce, just enough to give it a little taste. I'll put the cover on, whoops, and I will put it on high, and then in like 3 hours or so, 4 hours maybe at the most, it'll be done. I do cook it frozen. It never hurts it. I don't tend to cook it on high. Usually I cook it on low, but because I have such a short time span to do it, I'm cooking it on high today. So usually at this time of the day, in between when I wake up and supper time, I have usually 3-4 hours. My goal is to eat supper at 5, but we never eat supper at 5 o'clock. So we usually eat about 6 or 7 o'clock. So what I do is just things that need to be done around the house. Like I'm going to make the bed, I'm going to fold laundry. I have laundry that I have to do. So it's just kind of mundane stuff like that. I got to take the dishes out of the dishwasher. So I'm not going to show all of that, but that tends to be what I do in between this time. My bed behind me, as you can see, I don't sleep in this bed when I come home from work. I sleep upstairs in the spare bedroom. And the reason I'm doing that is because when Dan is home, he's not home today, but when Dan is home, he's in and out and banging and going on. And because we're still finishing our house, my bedroom doesn't have a door on it yet. So I can hear everything. And he's not the quietest person. So I can hear everything that he says and does. So I tend to go upstairs in the spare bedroom and sleep up there. So I'm going to make this bed. I'm going to fold laundry and do my dishes, and then I will come back to you in a few hours, because then I will have to take the dogs out again for another pee run. So it's now 3 o'clock. I've got the laundry caught up. I have cleaned out the dishwasher, put new dishes in, swept all the floors. I do have more laundry going. It is Darla's bedding. We have a couple of mats and a cover for her bed that's in the washing machine. And I'm getting a little hungry. I haven't eaten anything since, last night when I was at work, and it's 3 o'clock. So I have a half of a grapefruit here. So I'm going to eat this half of the grapefruit. I don't want to have anything big because supper's going to be in a few hours. So I'm just going to have this half a grapefruit just to kind of hold me over. It is now 4:30. I'm going to take the dogs back out for another pee. I still haven't got dressed, haven't done my hair. I've just been kind of sitting on the couch doing some work on the computer. I've got a Pathfinder Camporee coming up in a couple of weeks. So I've been kind of working on that. Playing a little YouTube video as well. So now I'm going to take the dogs out because I feed them their supper at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to take them out now, and then at 5 o'clock I will feed them their supper. Darla sees something over there. She's pointing and sneaking up on it. I don't know what she sees, but she sees something over there. Now, one of the hardest things about bringing these dogs out is this little one. This is Savannah, and Savannah is my roamer. So the other dogs will stay near me. They don't go anywhere, but Savannah is so curious, and she wants to look at everything that she just kind of walks away. And I can call her and she can hear me, but she doesn't come. She is getting better, but I have to watch her like the whole time we come outside so I know where she is. So just a few seconds ago, I couldn't find her. And I called and she did come, which is good because lots of times I'll call and she doesn't come. So Darla has been fed. Gus has been fed. Cindy Lou has been fed. Hank has been fed. Martha May has been fed. And last, Savannah has been fed. Now in the evenings when I feed the dogs, most of the time Prim is not home. So I do make up her raw, which is in this. It's kind of gross. And I add it to a dish. That way I can put the cup in the dishwasher. This is the dish she will feed out of. When she comes home, I will add 1/4 cup of the From Weight Management to this. And that is what she will have for supper when she gets home. So it's about 10 after 5, and my supper plans have changed. After I started that chicken in the crock pot, I went to the fridge and I noticed that I still had chicken in the fridge from when I cooked the small chicken a few days ago. So what we're going to do now is have hot chicken sandwiches. So I am going to heat up some of the chicken that's in the fridge. For Tony, I did turn my chicken in the crock pot down to low to give it a long time to cook because I like it better that way. Well, my family likes it better that way. And I am putting in a plant-based patty for me, and I'm going to cook up some onions and peppers, cook up some gravy, make up some gravy, and took some buns out of the freezer. And we are going to have hot chicken sandwiches for supper tonight, and I will heat up also the potato scallop. Couldn't remember the name of it. I'll heat that up to also go with it. So here is my supper. I have a plant-based burger with onions and peppers and mushrooms and gravy. I did add some cheese to it and some spinach and some potato scallop. So it's currently about 10 after 7, and we just came in again from another little pea run. And at this time, I usually give them a treat. And this treat also includes some training. So for Darla, it's getting her to stack and keep her tail up. And with the Yorkies, it's just more for them to be patient. We do a standing stack with them. I don't get them to sit. And that's what this is kind of all about when we get treats at this time of day. So these are the treats that I get them. They're NutriBites freeze-dried livers. I buy them at Costco. I also get the same brand in the freeze-dried salmon. But right now this is what we're going through, and when this bag's done, I will open a bag of salmon for them. Okay, we ready? Martha, Cindy, Hank, Gus, Savannah, Darla. Good girl. It is currently 9:30. I've had a shower. I've taken the dogs out for their last pee run, and now they're all getting ready for bed. So everybody sleeps in certain places, but one thing I do at this time also is I do their teeth. And to do their teeth, I just put a couple of drops of this on their teeth, and I alternate. So one night I'll put it on the top, then the bottom, then the back and the sides. So that is what I'm going to do now, is part of their bedtime routine, which is putting this on their teeth. So today is bottom, and Martha doesn't have any teeth, but I still put some in her mouth. Okay, next we have Cindy Lou, and we just kind of open their teeth. They're so used to this that they just do it. They don't like it, but they tolerate it. Next, we'll do Gus's teeth. Good boy, Gus. So that's it. The dog's teeth are all done. I've put some of them to bed. Gus will go in his crate usually just before I go to work, and then I'm off to work. So I'm going to leave you here for today. This is normally my typical day. The only thing we didn't do today was I didn't take Darla for a walk today. So that will most likely happen tomorrow. So I'm not going to show this whole process again tomorrow and the next day, because if I did, this would be, you know, a several hour long video. So, you know, the rest of the week, I will show you things that I didn't do today that may be different or usually happen typically during my week. So I will see you tomorrow. Hello, it is Tuesday at 1:30 in the afternoon. I just got up, did the same morning routine as I did yesterday, but I have a concern today. My concern is Darla. When I got up, I came downstairs and I seen Darla walking around, and she was kind of limping. When we came outside just now, normally she'd take off and go for a run, but she didn't do that. I took a look at her paw. It is her front I believe it's the front left. I took a look at it, and she has a huge slice in the paw of that foot. So if you see right there, that is a very large slice in the bottom of her paw there. So the only thing that I can think of is when she went for her run this morning with Dan, which she does every morning, she runs through the trees and she probably got it cut on like a twig or stick, something out in the woods. Because when I went to bed, I never noticed it, but she's limping on it now. So we have a dog show in 2 weeks, so she's going to be on, bugs are out. She's going to be on a no run, low walking until then. Which also means our daily walk that we do in town. We didn't go yesterday, but we try to go every day. If not, we try to go at least 5 times a week in town. We won't be doing today. And it's something that she really needs, because she might not look it here, but Darla's really quite timid. She hasn't, as a puppy, got the exposure to people and sounds. She's only been around like us, and I have 100 acres here. So she runs through the woods and follows the four-wheeler trails and our maple syrup trails around here. So she hasn't been around a whole lot of people and a whole lot of like outdoor noise, as in like cars and other dogs and just sounds that you would find in town. So we've been working on that to give her more confidence around that kind of noise and around those kind of people. But for the next few days, we won't be doing that. Well, it's 8:45 now. I just took the dogs out for their last pee run. Darla is still favoring that foot. I went for a 5-kilometer run this evening, and then I just got out of the shower. That's why I look a little wet. But I'm going to now spray Darla's foot with this Bactine Max. I've been spraying it on her foot every time we go outside when we come back in, because it's an antibacterial spray. So it will help with healing. It helps with cleaning. It kills, it says, 99% of germs. So I'm spraying this on her foot. I'm not taking her back out again tonight. This will be the last time. But I do work tonight, so I will spray this again on her foot before I leave, because when I leave for work, that means, you know, she's in bed for the night. Okay, so no, you stay there. So this is her foot. I don't know if you can see that, if that's in focus there. Here it is. And I'm going to give it a little spray. There. So I will do it again tonight before she goes to bed. So I'm going to leave you here today. I'm going to spray Darla's foot one more time, and that'll be before I go to work, but I have to finish getting ready for work. And tomorrow, hopefully, if Darla stays off her foot all night, which she does, she sleeps on her bed all night, hopefully we have a little more healing and she's not so tender on that foot. We still won't walk her, won't run her or anything tomorrow, and we won't do it for a couple of days, because we want to make sure that that foot heals up quite well and that cut in her paw doesn't reopen. So anyway, that's it for tonight, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hello, it is Wednesday. It is 20 to 12. Didn't get a lot of sleep. I worked last night, but I don't work tonight. Got up early because of my husband making a lot of noise in the garage, but decided to get up and put the top on the Yorkshire Terriers' little outdoor play area. So this is the Yorkie's little outdoor play area. It is portable. I take it down in the fall when it starts getting cold, and I put it back up in the spring. But the biggest thing this thing needs is the screen top. Now they do get a lot of shade here because of these 2 trees. So it's not so much for shade, but the fact that we have a lot of big birds like eagles and, you know, other large birds that could come down and get my dogs. So when they come out and they're in here, we put the top on it mainly for their protection. So I've got it 2 sides up. I still have this side, And as you can see here, there's quite a gap. I actually leave this gap, but I have bungees that I put in between here. Excuse me. I don't know where my bungees are right now, but I will hook bungees along here. That way the dogs still get a little bit of sun. They get this area, and it doesn't block the door from opening and closing. So there we have it. It's all done except for this part with the bungees. Now it is spring here in Canada, in the Maritimes, and we finally have gotten some nice weather. The problem with living in New Brunswick and nice weather and living out in the country is that along with the sun, you get black flies. And I am getting eaten alive by black flies. Now normally I would spray my yard, but we have today and tomorrow they're calling for nice weather, then it's calling for 3 days of rain. And when you spray, if it rains, you have to spray again. So I haven't sprayed yet. And that does really help. It doesn't keep all the black flies down, but it does help. But I can't spray until hopefully after the weekend. Then I will check the long-term forecast, see what the weather is looking like, and then I may spray after that. So I've got their play area ready. I've got it covered. We'll put in, I've got their bed in there. I'll put in toys and bones and different things in there, but I can't use it right away anyway, even though it is absolutely beautiful and they want to be outside, but the bugs are just too bad. So I can't leave them out because they would just eat the dogs alive. So it'll be probably another few weeks, and after I spray, that they will be able to go out into that little play area. So today I have added a little Epsom salt soak for Darla's foot. And this is an old water bottle that I use, and I put a little bit of Epsom salts, not a lot. Put a little bit of Epsom salts, and then I will put some warm water in it. So I'm going to take my Epsom salts and I'm going to put her sore foot in it. Oh, she's not making this easy. Come on. Darla. There we go. Okay. Oh, oh Darla. Ah. There we go. We still got enough. And I will let it soak for probably about 5 minutes. I'm such a good girl. Yeah, I know. Got a sore foot. Yes. You're being such a good girl. Okay, we did get her foot soaked. And now, you can see that's quite, I don't know if you can see it very good, but that's quite a gash in her foot there. So I'm going to spray it now with the Bactin. I don't know how to say it correctly. Watch out. There. Okay. And then we'll just keep doing that. I probably won't soak it again until tonight, and she's gone. So we'll do another soak tonight. The soak that I did first thing this morning went well. She didn't spill any of the water. This one here, she wiggled around a lot. We spilled most of the water on her bed and on the floor. There was enough in there for me to do a soak on her foot, and then I sprayed it down. When we go out again, I will just spray it down with the antibacterial spray, and then tonight we will do another Epsom salt soak with a spray. Good morning. It is Thursday at 8:30. It's a beautiful day today, which means the black flies will be out in a strong force. But today I am off to Fredericton to buy dog food. The dogs had me up at 6:30. I took them out. I soaked Darla's foot, put some spray on it. We're back out again because I wanted to take them out before I head off to Fredericton. Darla seems to be putting a little more weight on her foot today. She is still favoring it quite a bit, but she seems to be walking a little more on it, so I hope that is a good sign. So I'm going to give these guys a pee run, and then I'm off to Fredericton to buy my dog food. It's time to go in the house, and Martha is always our little slowpoke. She just takes her time. I I'm in my car. It's 11:30 and I am on my way to Fredericton to buy dog food. I waited this long because really that's all I'm going for is dog food. I don't plan on going to Costco or doing any shopping. I don't need anything. So I'm just going to get dog food. I am going to stop at Walmart because I need to get some stuff to do my nails for next weekend. So I'll pick that up. But other than that, it's just a dog food and one item at Walmart, hopefully. So I just got to Wren's, so let's go inside and get my dog food. Okay, I got my dog food and I'm getting ready to head home. But it is 28 degrees Celsius, so before I go home, I'm actually going to stop and get an ice cream. Can I have a McFlurry? But I don't see them on this board right now.
We've got Oreo, S'mores, Smarties, and birthday cake.
I'm going to have the Oreo, please.
Would you like snack size or regular size?
Just the regular size.
Okay.
That's everything.
Next window, please.
Thank you. Got my ice cream, went to McDonald's, got an Oreo McFlurry. And normally when I get ice cream, I go to Costco, but I didn't want to go into Costco. It's just around lunchtime, and the last time I was in there at lunchtime, it was crazy busy. So I didn't want to go to Costco. So I just got a McFlurry. I'm gonna drive home now and check on Darla, take them out, and probably do Darla's foot again. I just finished soaking Darla's foot and putting some more antibiotic spray on it. And now her and Gus are just really having a good time. These two are really, they're best friends. They play together, they lay on that bed together, and it's wonderful to see. So I did notice tonight when I took her out that Darla was walking a whole lot better on her foot. She is putting it down a whole lot more than she is holding it up. She is still limping a little bit, but we have a week until our dog show. Well, a little over a week. This is Thursday and our dog show is next Saturday. So I'm hoping that she's not limping by next Saturday and that the foot is completely healed. She still probably will not go outside and do any running over the weekend. We really want that to heal. We don't want it to re-split open because it was quite a big gash on her foot. So anyway, that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Friday at 9 o'clock. I've already had the dogs out once. Here's a little update on Darla. She is walking a whole lot better on that foot, but every once in a while she will lift it up. So I know it is still bothering her. So today we will do the same we've been doing every day. We'll just bring her out to pee, but there'll be no running and going. We won't take her out for a good run until, if anything, after the weekend. There's Cindy Lou and Hank. Cindy's telling the birds to stop. We want Darla's foot to really, really heal up before we let her do any kind of long distance or continuous activities. It was quite a big slit, so, but as you can see, it's not stopping her right now. I just wanted to give you a quick peek at our garlic. Last fall, we planted 100 garlic cloves. It was over 100 garlic cloves. I don't remember the number, but I just know it was over 100, and they've all come up quite good. So we just came outside to go for a pee run and couldn't find Hank. This is where I found him. He's in the garage, in the toolbox, and he's pretty darn sure that there is a mouse in this toolbox, and he is determined to find it. It's now 7 o'clock and we're outside for our pee run. There is one thing I do on Fridays. I didn't show it on video because it's too hard to set everything up. Friday around here is what we call Friday Spa Day. So all the Yorkies got a bath, they got their ears cleaned, they got their nails all trimmed, some get them grind, some I use clippers on, and Darla gets her nails done. Now Darla doesn't get a bath on Fridays because the tub that I have, whatever the material is it's made out of, and I'm not sure what that material is. I know my husband's told me, but it gets scratched very easily. So Darla's nails would scratch it. And it does have one scratch in it already. And it probably is from a dog. I don't know. But anyway, so she gets done outside. There's Martha May right there. So Darla gets done outside. We have a hose that hooks into the hot water and the cold water. We can regulate the heat, and then we can give her a bath that way. But she doesn't get a bath very often because I have to do that outside. And there comes Miss Darla, but I just told them all we're going back in because it's treat time. So that's what we do when we try to get in from all the bugs. So that's it for this week's video. This is a week in my life with dogs. It's been an interesting week, but it usually is with the dogs because you never know who's going to get hurt, what's going to happen. But that is it. So I will see you all next week. Remember, do everything in love. Bye-bye now.